What I would love to discuss today is marriage as an institution.
Let's be very clear on that. Marriage is not about just two people coming together, falling in love and getting married.
We were heavily influenced by Bollywood and we all wanted that perfect partner. Regardless to say that the reality only hits you once you are in a relationship, once you are in a marriage, and then there is a different story altogether.
Marriage in India is considered to be a destination. At least it seems like a project for parents.
I think there are a lot of marriages now that I feel, couples have decided to stay separate. I feel love marriage is all about connection, about two people coming together, connecting at a certain level and then getting into the marriage. But where does it leave the families?
56%, which is a big number of Indians, are cheating on their partners, and out of that, majority are women. Nearly 60% of them are women. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Unmute Yourself. And the conversations we are going to have today are going to be very interesting because it is all about the dilemma of marriage that no one talks about. Hi Gauri, thank you so much for being here again.
Great to be here, guys.
Okay, so the big debate, marriage. Love marriage, arranged marriage, open marriage. So there are many
various
varieties.
forms of marriage
There
now,
are various
actually.
forms of marriage as of now. So if we take anyone, so obviously we all have sides and our own perceptions. Love marriage is better, arranged is better. So Gauri, what's your take on it?
So I think what I would love to discuss today is marriage as an institution. Okay, what it was initially and what it is now, and what do we see actually marriage to be in some years down the line, right? Now, whether it is an arranged marriage, whether it is love marriage, I believe it's about two people coming together.
That's true.
And then taking it forward day on day and choosing each other day on day, right? So what's your take on a love marriage or an arranged marriage? Let's start there.
Actually, the first line that you said, marriage is an institution. So I love that one. Marriage is an institution, but come on, who actually wants to stay in an institution?
It's like a jail.
Right? It's like a jail. So I think that itself is a very tricky term to say that marriage is an institution. So I have mixed opinion about that. Yes, when I was of that age, like 20s.
Guys, we're not that old. She's just trying to
okay.
Yeah.
So 20s, even I wanted to have that, okay, I would want to have a love marriage, maybe a perfect guy or something, but maybe for some reason or the other, I didn't have a boyfriend. Let me be very honest. I will not say I did not want to get into the love marriage. I did not get a chance to be in one. So I had an arranged marriage and
I had a love marriage.
Yes. So touch wood, we are still managing. Right?
So I'll tell you, love marriage is a phenomena which is born out of Bollywood. Okay. Let me be very clear. I'm not saying that I'm not a Karan Johar fan. I am, but this entire concept of Karwa Chauth, for example, it has come from Karan Johar's movie.
It has.
It did not really exist with too much of an Indian culture. But the entire idea of romance and Shah Rukh Khan and the perfect guy and the perfect ending, perfect terms, right? So all that kind of shaped at least our personality while growing up. Us as teenagers, us as young women, we were heavily influenced by Bollywood and we all wanted that perfect partner. Regardless to say that the reality only hits you once you are in a relationship, once you are in a marriage, and then there is a different story altogether.
Yes, because somewhere, yes, we are diehard fans of Shah Rukh Khan. So, but somewhere it's skewed the perception of that soulmate and the DDLJ and Kuch Kuch Hota Hai kind of movies when we saw. Now, when we talk about marriages, let's be very clear on that. Marriage is not about just two people coming together, falling in love and getting married. Marriage is two families, as we say in Indian culture, that it is all about do parivar. Right?
Two communities.
And it is not wrong. It is not wrong.
Yeah.
And somewhere the fallout that we see in love marriages, I'm not saying that fallout does not happen in arranged marriages. It definitely happens there. Maybe way more than love marriages. But the fallout which happens in love marriages primarily is because the families are not aligned. the
True,
value
true.
system is not aligned, because if you are coming from two different culture, different background, somewhere there is misalignment.
So now we have different forms of marriages, right? There is this open marriage. There are some terms which I also don't understand. There is polyamorous and monogamy and polygamy and all that. But again, you guys can look at the dictionary and nobody is judging anybody here. But I think there are a lot of marriages now that I feel, couples have decided to stay separately, right? So it's more like if you guys are very Big Bang Theory fans, there is something like a roommate agreement. You would have loved hearing
Yes.
about it. So similarly, on the lines of roommate agreement, there is a relationship agreement also, which Sheldon draws up. But I think it's very logical. There are two people who have a life together, but they live in separate rooms. They have their own bathrooms. They have their own beds. Yes, they can sleep together whenever they want.
No wet
to.
towels on the bed.
Yeah, no wet towels on the bed, imagine. So, but I still think, after some time, we all need our own spaces, right? There's nothing wrong in it. I don't think there is anybody to judge. In fact, we'll show you a clip from a dear friend of ours, and you'll understand it's not just a man thing or a woman thing, but I think after some years of life, we come to that point where we all need our spaces.
We need our spaces. All of
right?
us do.
Yeah. So I think that's also a form of marriage. I mean,
That is.
Marriage in India is considered to be a destination. At least it seems like a project for parents, and they seem like very enthusiastic project managers. They forget, what we all forget is it's literally the beginning. 40-year-old roommate agreement. Roommate agreement's important. Similarly, value alignment. And that is where when two people get together, they can discuss what their core values are, what they will absolutely not compromise on, and what are red flags. There is no such thing as perfect alignment of value systems. We all grow up differently, rich, poor, upper class, middle class, different countries, cities, cultures, religions. Core values come from a family. And if they're completely divergent, then you can have all the love on the planet, but that love will not sustain or transform into a 40-year-old partnership, which is what a marriage is.
So, guys, I had a love marriage, and today, sitting here 20 years later, it's not that I'm not advocating an arranged marriage or saying that love marriages are wrong. I feel love marriage is all about connection, about two people coming together, connecting at a certain level, and then getting into the marriage. But where does it leave the families? Where does it leave the connection with the other person's family? Because when you get married, it's not just to the other person, right? It's his entire value system. It's his entire family, people that he loves, friends that he loves, right? So you have to accept a lot of things, and similarly, the man also has to accept a lot of things. In an arranged marriage, I feel that all these things are already looked after by your parents, because that is what they start searching for before they search for a guy.
That is there. But Gauri, when we talk about relationship between a husband and a wife, maybe arranged marriages start cold because you don't know the person. So you're exploring every day. There are certain expectations also. Sometimes it is met, sometimes it is not. And I think the challenge here is that we start expecting. Right.
But the expectations are there in all the marriages, whether it is
always there.
Whether it is a love marriage or it is an arranged
but
marriage.
It is not correct to have expectations, right? Okay, one cannot have any kind of a relationship with zero expectation.
Yes.
But then expectations are fine. Having expectations is definitely fine, but then one needs to communicate the same.
I think clear communication of that expectation is the bottom line, right?
The way we talk about in corporate world also, okay, these are my SOWs, these are my
you have expectations there also, right?
Yes, and KPI, KRAs. We know what is expected and then we perform.
Right.
So I think some of those things can be definitely imbibed.
See, we can't expect
relationship
a man as a woman. I think we can't expect our husbands or our partners to understand everything that we feel. They are not, they are not our twins, right? They are not telepathic. You have to communicate. You have to be clear to them. I think, and it goes both ways.
It goes both ways because when we talk about women, and the best part about women is the sisterhood that we talk about. If we see women friendship, they talk about it. If they are frustrated about something or they want to discuss something, they would talk it out.
Yeah.
With men, it is not so. And I think that is the reason that mental health for men is really becoming a challenge, which we need to handle
address.
now,
Yeah, yeah,
right? So when we
definitely.
say unmute yourself, it is not just for women, it is for men as well. It is okay to feel vulnerable, right? And it is for men and women as well. And when we talk about vulnerability, we can expect the other person and our partner to be vulnerable only when we give him or her that safe space,
yes.
to open
Yes,
up.
yes. I think that's very important.
It's a give and take. It's a responsibility on both the sides.
So one thing I would like to tell our audience, whether so this kind of I kind of believe in that you have to be authentic in all your relationships. You have to be truthful. You have to be fiercely loyal in your relationships, because when you are authentic, that's when you will start creating a safe space for your partner. And when you create that safe space for your partner is when you allow the other person to be vulnerable with you.
True.
That's when the truth and honesty. So I think for me in a marriage, these values hold much more importance than the pyar, ishq, mohabbat, which we call all of
So
them,
when we
right?
talk about marriage as an institution, be it love marriage or arranged marriage, till the time you have respect, trust, accountability, communication, vulnerability, providing safe space, all these other parameters, that is
They
non-negotiable.
hold much more importance
Yes.
than love.
Love goes out of the window within a few years. Trust us on that.
And I would love to communicate this to our teenage children also, you know. I mean, I understand you guys are too much in love and all that, but believe me, when parents tell you, give it time. Everything needs time.
Everything
right?
needs
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So when we talk about authenticity and communicating with each other during a marriage, there is one pressing issue which is of falling out of the marriage.
Oh,
And
infidelity,
falling out,
yeah.
yes, not emotionally, it is
Cheating,
infidelity.
as we
It
can.
is cheating. And surprisingly, 56%, which is a big number
Yeah.
of Indians, are cheating on their partners. And out of that, majority are women. Nearly 60% of them are women.
Sad, no?
Sad, right? We are so proud to be women, but we don't know the other side of the story. It is not necessary that every time it is just a physical attraction or is it lust or something. It is just being seen.
I think with women, okay, so let's divide this into two sections. We'll come to the men later, but with women, I think cheating has to do with emotions. As you rightly said, it has to relate to not being seen in a marriage, not being validated in a marriage, not being understood, right? So a lot of women, if they are doing this, it's because they want to be validated in a marriage.
They want to be validated. They want to be heard, because for men, maybe the relationship is more into physical, getting intimate. For women, maybe just talking out with your partner, just holding hands.
I think it's very pious for women. I mean, I don't know.
Exactly.
It could be our opinion. Maybe things have changed outside, but I feel a woman definitely feels a little sacred when it comes to marriage.
Yes, and when we say a fall out from the marriage, a third person can only enter into a marriage if there are already cracks, right? And one can work on the cracks if the two partners talk to each other. So that is non-negotiable here. The communication is of utmost priority. If you are feeling good, talk it out. If you are feeling bad, if you are feeling frustrated, if you are feeling angry, if you just want to break something, do that. But talk.
Break somebody's head, but talk it out.
But talk it out.
The key is the key is communication here.
Correct.
The key is clarity. The key is not having contempt in a marriage. Never show your partner down. Never feel contempt towards your partner, because see, that's exactly the breeding ground for distrust. You have to have that clear communication. You can have expectations, but don't break your heart if those expectations
So
are
it's
not
about
met.
choosing your partner every time.
It's
that you're
about
working for it.
choosing the person every day. It's about with your faults, without your faults, You choose your partner every day. You make an effort to choose your partner every day.
That's so correct. So that's why we say that be it arranged marriage or love marriage, the real work starts after the marriage.
Correct. So true.
Right? Because that is when, if you know the other person's flaws, if you know the person, then how are you walking ahead? If you don't know the person, then how are you taking the steps forward? Both ways, men and women. So that's a way forward about it.
Correct. So picture abhi baki hai. So
Picture again, SRK. We told you we are SRK fans.
So Karan Johar movie khatam kar deta hai jab shaadi ho jati hai, right? Happily ever after. But somebody has to teach children that that's where life starts.
That
right?
is actually, and it's a beautiful life. Definitely there would be challenges. There is no relationship where you don't have challenges.
Yeah.
We have challenges with our parents, with our siblings, with our children. Do we leave them? Do we find another way? So even when we talk about people falling out of marriage and having extramarital affairs, so we are not advocating that. It is better to talk to your partner. So again, we said, whatever the situation is, be truthful and walk out with dignity.
Yeah.
With that kind of respect for yourself, but respect towards your partner as well. He or she deserves that respect when you're
Very true.
walking out of that relationship. If you are not getting along, totally fine. But just provide that safe space, keep that person in loop and talk it out that yes, these are the things and maybe it is not working out. Let's talk about it.
And guys, this is for both the genders.
This is for
right?
both the genders.
A man can do it, a woman can do it, anybody can walk out of a marriage. But if I'm being truthful, you know, maybe, just maybe you will hurt the other person less. Right? Not being truthful, not being trustful, you know, lies and extramarital affair hurt much more rather than when I say, yes, this is my problem. I can't get along with you, or you are very different from me, and we don't see a future together. It is okay to separate. You know, we were talking about toxic marriages, right? I mean, I'm raising a 15-year-old. I'm a single parent, but today I feel my son is much better with me alone rather than
Correct.
he would have been in a toxic marriage.
That's so true. And that is the kind of example that we are setting for this generation as well, because what we tell them does not matter much. What we show them matters. They see us and then they just follow our path. They are learning seeing us. So how we exhibit our emotions, how we navigate through difficult relationships, they are going to learn from that only.
We are like role models.
We are like role models, exactly. So again, the crux of this discussion today is, be it arranged marriage or love marriage, please be mindful that marriage is an every single day's work. You can never sit back, okay, fine, it was a love marriage, everything is hunky-dory. Trust me, it is not in both the marriages. So you have to work at it continuously, and then only you'll be able to have a good relationship with your partner.
Correct. Keep connecting, keep communicating.
Correct.
I think the key word is talking. If communication fails, that's where marriage crumbles. It is not love, it is not sex, it is none of these things. I think the key word is communication.
And that's why we say unmute yourself and talk it out. Bye-bye. That would be all for today's episode. Thank you. See you again. Thanks, Gauri.
Thank you. Thank you so much.